this is episode 11, day 10 of the Carnivore diet. I'm going to look at some notes because I have a bunch of stuff I wanted to make sure I cover. And I think today I'm going to announce to all my friends and family, everybody on Facebook, that I'm doing this. I haven't really, there's a few people that know, but I kind of feel like the results are good enough that I can let everybody in on this now. I had less energy last night, but I was just like laying around watching a TV, so I wanted to go to sleep, but it wasn't. In the past, when I've felt like that in the energy, like it was hard for me to stay awake, I felt like I could go to sleep, but then when I got up and did more stuff, I was fine. And even, I just got to sit in my daughter's room until she falls asleep, and usually I'd crash, and then I got to get up and still do stuff, whereas I could just get up fine, even though I was tired. And but I think part of it the other night when I had so much energy, it was because I mowed the lawn. So I was kind of doing some exercise before I laid, so it reinvigorated me. And then today, not quite as energetic, but not bad. And I did my exercises, and even though I felt less motivated, and still motivated enough to do it, I just wasn't as I did more than ever. I did 7 pull-ups and 40 push-ups first set, and then 15 and 15. And I felt like good until the very last few doing them. I felt good, light. And then I did 4 sets of stair climbs. And the last set was pretty, I was burned out on that one, but I feel fine though. I'm recovered already. I'll probably be sore tonight, and I didn't feel like doing them, so I kind of was but I should do them. And I did more than ever. So I think part of it, I think I might need to start eating breakfast. I'm probably not getting enough calories. So I might start, I think this weekend I'm going to start eating eggs and bacon for breakfast. Because I'm going, from 5:30 at night until, 11 the next day till I eat steak. And it's not that big a steak or as fatty for lunch as I'm having smaller ones for lunch, and then a big cowboy, I gotta say, those cowboy ones, those are delicious. And the other day I was kind of getting sick of steak. No. I think I like the thinner cut ones. They're not thin, but they're not as thick. Because it's for some reason I'm liking them more done lately. It's probably because all the fat, the fat tastes better, a little crispy, Or when you just get into a big piece of fat and it's not cooked as well, it's kind of like trying to get it down, So maybe that's why, I don't know, but they're tasting really good lately. What else? Oh, my elbows aren't hurting. I haven't noticed my elbows hurting. Oh, they did hurt. I tried to do, after my 7 sets of pull-ups, I tried to do chin-ups, the reverse on your hands, and that hurt this elbow. It wasn't my bicep, but it was my elbow. So, but I noticed my tendonitis in my elbows hasn't been bothering me. And those have been where I could still lift heavy things regular, but trying to lift something light or out or anything just killed. And I haven't even noticed that. So it seems like that's going away. What else? Oh, I've been doing this on YouTube, Facebook, and then I've been putting links on Instagram and Twitter. And I don't really like Instagram as much, but I seem to be getting a lot more people looking at it. So, because you gotta put a picture. I've done the videos and they cuts it in a little square and it looks stupid and doesn't work. So I've just been doing the links, but I think I'm going to start doing more pictures and it's still going to be the link to the video is going to be on there, but I'm going to start posting more on Twitter of just things I'm thinking about and stuff instead of the actual video. And then on Facebook, which I hopefully get, quite a few more people following me after I announce to my friends and family that I'm doing this. I think I'm just going to put links on there to the YouTube page because there's no traffic on Facebook. I have a bunch of views on YouTube and really almost nothing on Facebook because nobody knows about it. And you can't find it or look it up really unless where people are finding it with the hashtags and stuff on YouTube, just that I don't even know. So I'm just going to put links so I can just get all of my information and all my analytics and everything is going to be on there. Okay. And then what I wanted to talk about today was, especially because, family and stuff, I was talking to some of my family members the other day we were all talking on Messenger, and long story short, I found a bunch of family that I didn't know I had on Ancestry.com several months ago. 3 sisters and a brother. And we've all, we're all doing they all did the thing too. So like we're seeing our genealogy and stuff like that. And then they were all talking about, health problems and health issues. And I've had all mine too. And I haven't said anything yet because I'm doing this diet, but I didn't want to come out and be like, like a born again Christian. Look at my book. What I bring Jesus into your heart. So I don't want to be like a salesman. So, but anyways, for people that watch this video, this video, a lot of you might already know about carnivore, paleo and keto and low carb. You've already been doing it, so you're not afraid of the cholesterol is going to kill you, or you need your vegetables, or you know what I mean? Fat's bad for you. So this is a little bit to go over that stuff. So people that are just coming into this crazy, they think I'm crazy. I don't think I'm crazy because I've read all the science on it and everything. For years I've been doing this. So it's not a scary thing. To me, I'm a logical person, and it's the most logical thing for me to do. It makes sense. Like that, what your doctor recommends you to eat is crazy to me. It's obvious it doesn't work. And if you look at the science, it never has. And that's what I want to talk about is conventional wisdom and the crappy science that's backed it up. Like one of the first things, Ansel Keys was it's kind of what started this whole thing. It was a scientist back in the 60s, 70s, and he came up with this big study, and he's the one who came up that cholesterol and fat are what causes heart disease. And I think it was Gary Taubes maybe that went and looked at all the research and went back and looked at all that stuff, and a lot of the research that they've said they've used to say that it caused that, and that you need to eat more grains and vegetables, and that's so you don't die of a heart attack. It was a crappy study to begin with, and he had a preconceived notion that that's what he was looking for. And his research didn't even show that. He just cherry-picked certain things to make it look like that. And it was anecdotal anyways. Like, it was basically, for Americans, he came to the conclusion that red meat causes heart disease and fatty because he's looking at people that are eating, Happy Meals, supersized drinks, but because they had a hamburger that has meat in it, saying that, but all the other stuff, the actual bun and the pop and the fries are worse for you than the meat, but they just looked at it from that way because that's what he assumes it does. And there were other countries that didn't even go along with it, like France had the most fat consumption of any country, yet they were lean people. So it didn't even make sense. Saying it causes obesity too, besides heart disease. So, but he left that part, like he cherry picked what part of the studies, there was like 21 countries that he studied or something like that. And he picked 11 or 7 of the ones that sort of fit his narrative more and ignored the rest. And then it wasn't even proof. It wasn't like they studied people eating meat, fatty meat. It was people who ate meat along with all the other shit that's what actually causes it. Now that we know that. And the other thing was the sugar industry back in the day, back in the 60s, paid a bunch of Harvard scientists to basically lie and make up studies that said meat causes all this stuff, and it's not, it wasn't sugar, because they knew it was sugar. Carbs and sugar. The other thing, and then now, so you got all that going on. So basically the whole thing that started this whole thing was a bullshit, but everybody jumped on it. Vegetarians, the vegetarian movement, the grain industry, and then now, because everybody's sick from when all this changed, like America's gotten much fatter and more diseased since all Don't Eat Fat came out and everything was low fat, and the big rise in corn syrup and all that and soybean oil is what everybody eats now, and look at the nation.